Today, you will find out how to make some passive or active income in crypto NFTs regardless of whether the market is being bullish or bearish. If you had FOMO that you didn't make it into Stepn right from the start to get these extra high returns, then these projects in this video should cheer you up and give you a unique advantage as they are in an extremely early stage. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nick, you're watching the Cryptus channel, and today's topic is extra passive and active income in the form of crypto NFT projects like do something or do X to earn. In crypto, we as a retail investor might have multiple sources of income. The most common one and straightforward is buying some fundamental coins during the dip, like for example now is maybe a great time to spend about 5 to 10% of your portfolio during this dip for some good altcoins, but in this case, we always will need to wait until the market grows back to see the profits. But there's a way to bypass the waiting period by earning crypto in different plays to earn, move to earn, or do something other to earn various different crypto projects. By doing this, we can diversify, first of all, our portfolio and get ongoing profits from our investors. Here in this type of investments, we're of course not talking about 10 or 20s X's in particular, but of a more regular and thought through income stream. This topic is still really fresh, so a few already existing working flagship projects where you can just buy an NFT and start earning everyday crypto can be counted right on the fingers of one single hand. So try not to ape in and go into every single project that says move to earn or play to earn just right now, because the time for really cool and good projects is about to come, but probably a little bit later. Nevertheless, let's see what we have prepared for you regarding play and earn, move to earn mechanics and projects in crypto in this video. As a retail investor, we have two options to enter a to-earn project. Either to get into an already working project where the NFT price or the price of the NFT is determined on the time you get 100% of your investments in returns, so get all your money back or double it, which should ideally be between 1 to 2 months. Or we can enter the project before it even launches by purchasing an NFT in advance, which won't give you any income before the project's launch, but might pay off much more later. In this case, I mean in the second one, we purchase more expectations than a regular source of income for the next coming month or maybe even years, because the price of the NFT can either fall or grow in price. But if it's a high quality project with good backers, good team and good community management, then the prices of NFTs tend to only grow before the project's launch. The only project which is currently working and where you can jump in right now and start earning your crypto is called Stepn. You've probably heard about it because it did make a lot of noise in the past few months. We unfortunately as cryptos don't see anything really close to Stepn which could have such a long-term life potential as of right now, but something is sneaking up upon us, and so what it is we're going to see in just a few minutes. Regarding Stepn, the entry threshold for buying a sneaker which will let you earn crypto as of right now is about $700 to $800, from which you will earn about $30 per day. So the returns at the current rates are about 23 to 27 days. This is when you'll get completely your money back in the form of GST, which you can convert into stablecoins, and after this you will still have your NFT, your sneaker, which you can sell whenever you want. Because of the recent dip in the crypto market, the prices for the sneakers and the earnings did fall by about 2 times. And taking advantage of the fall, I bought myself another 8 sneakers for my account, having like 12 sneakers before, and as of right now, I do earn about $500 a day just by walking in Stepn. Right now I do withdraw the earnings that I'm getting and I scatter them among different stable coins in case the market will fall even further, so I can buy the even lower dip. I do buy the stable coin, fundamental altcoins that have fallen, and I do invest with this in new and do something to earn projects of a similar type, just again to be early in there as well, because we as Cryptos team started walking in Stepn since February this year. So for me, Stepn is more of a constant source of funds for further investments and diversification, and it will be great if you, dear user or viewer, could also generate some or such income streams for yourself. It doesn't have to be Stepn, but I think you've got my point. So any project which will do the same as Stepn does. Nevertheless, let's not linger on Stepn for too long, because there is a bunch of different YouTube videos about how to get started with Stepn, which sneaker to pick and how to basically advance it. But I'll just share this calculator with you. The link will be in the description of this video, where you can type in your sneaker attributes and basically calculate how you should level up your sneaker in order to maximize your income, returns, and the crypto you're earning daily. So now let's move to the other projects that can potentially bring us extraordinary passive income with slightly different game mechanics. If you want some more variation than just walking in the game, namely maybe to upgrade your pet or owning some land or even fighting with your pets, then this next project is for you, and it's called Genopets. Our team and we have entered this project about a month and a half ago, and this project is not yet live functioning to the whole community because it's in a really early beta stage. However, the Genesis NFTs of Genopets are already live and available for purchase for the future use in the game. In this project, we will have a known pet, some specific creature, a mixture of Tamagotchi and Pokemons called Genopet, which we will need to upgrade and develop. And the upgrade points will be earned through walking, and the more steps we make during the day, the higher we can upgrade our Genopet. The Genopet itself will be given out for free for each player who will be joining the game, and by having it you can already start playing the game even without investing, so for free. But in this case you will not earn anything in Genopets, except that we will be able to sell our upgraded Genopets, which we have upgraded through lots of walking, but this is rather not sustainable and yeah, basically not an everyday source of income. And in addition to walking, you can also fight with different other players with their Genopets, also earn something there probably later, but this mechanics is also postponed for many months to come yet. To earn real income in Genopets, you will need to buy unique land or the so-called habitat for your Genopet. The land convert your steps into in-game tokens called key, mine crystals for you, which are resources you can use later in the game. They are in the form of NFTs, and of course the habitats will allow you to mint future or further more habitats in order to sell them, resell them, or to use them in order to earn even more. So having a habitat in Genopets is like owning a sneaker in Stepn, because this is the NFT item which will be responsible completely for your income. We minted the habitats on the first day it was even possible to mint. The price was there about $2,700, and the price almost doubled since then, yeah, because the market was still a little bit growing. But now, because of the recent market dip, the habitat can be bought for $3,200 as of right now. So also the habitats did dip together with the market. So you can find the habitats on marketplaces on Solana, like for example Fractal and Magic Eden. By the way, these are not the normal habitats, but the Genesis habitats, which will give you an increased earning rate compared to the next habitats to come, which will be not the Genesis habitats, and they give you other various bonuses. For example, this Genesis habitats, they produce all 5 types of crystals, which are available in the game, while the ordinary habitats later on will only be able to produce or create one of the 5 different types of resources or crystals in Genopets. Therefore, most likely the future habitats will be much cheaper, or the price of the Genesis habitats will increase. Also, a few words about the Genesis NFTs, not just in Genopets, Stepn, or any other game, actually in crypto as a whole. There's always a, first of all, limited number of them, of Genesis NFTs, and they're typically giving the holders special airdrops in the app once every few months, or other different privileges in the form of a higher income. Hence, they're much more expensive than normal or similar NFTs of the same type in the same project. For example, the holders of the Genesis NFTs in Stepn, these are the sneakers numbered from 1 to 10,000 on Solana, were given a free sneaker upon the release of the game when it launched on Binance Smart Chain. So if you had a sneaker on Solana, you've got a Genesis sneaker on Solana, you were given a free sneaker on Binance Smart Chain. They were called Solana Original Gangsters, number 20,000 to 30,000. Right at the start, when they were just given out, they could be sold for $4,000 each, and basically these sneakers are free. As of right now, these sneakers do cost about $20,000, and that's their floor price. So these were 20k for free. Therefore, for me, it is always much more interesting to buy the Genesis NFTs rather than the normal ones. I do even have Genesis NFTs in Stepn, but it is also essential to be among the first participants in the project, because at the early stages, the Genesis NFTs are much more cheaper than after its launch. Regarding the launch, Genopets will launch in only the middle or end of this summer, so June, July, maybe even August or September. So right now the beta testing is available for habitat owners, Genesis habitat owners, the Genopet holders, and the top 1,000 most active community members on the website, because you can do some different tasks there and you can be ranked up as a community member. However, after purchasing the Genesis habitat, the beta testing test invitation may be not sent out to you immediately because they're being sent out in batches about every month. So for example, if you're unlucky and the last invitations were sent yesterday, you buy the NFTs today, you will have to wait for a good 1 or maybe 1.5 months to get into the beta testing of Genopets. If you do plan on joining this game, you will need to head over to the Genopets website, connect the wallet, I'm using Phantom, you bought your habitat with, and enter your email. After this, you need to join the Discord server and type in your wallet address there and wait for the next batch of invitations. This is how you get into the beta of Genopets. And the game has a vast and very active community. There are about 160,000 people only on the Discord server, and the chat is super active and helpful, and that's always great to see in a play to earn or do something to earn project, because it's always community based. Not even investors are that important as the size and the activeness, if there's a word for this, of the community. And among the backers in the project, we have, of course, of Genopets, CMS Holding, Pantera Capital, Animoca Brands. Square Capital did invest into Animoca Brands, so there is some sort of a connection. And of course, Alameda Research, which does love to pump and dump different projects, so it may do good for the project, but it can also dump the game. We hope the second one will not be the case here in Genopets. Regarding other opportunities, if, for example, your portfolio risk management currently does not let you spend 3k on the Genesis habitat of an NFT, high risk thing, then you still can be part of the project of Genopets by considering purchasing the Gene tokens. These are the governance tokens for the project, but for me personally, I have a little bit less faith in them than, for example, in GMT from Stepn, because I just personally think it's cooler. So therefore I bought it, the Gene token, but only a tiny amount as of right now, because I just bought so much, how much I need in order to start playing the game, upgrade all my stuff in the game's launch, so I don't have to buy the token when it's grown, because everyone will start buying it, because you can already use the token by playing the game. These tokens, the Gene tokens, can also be staked on the Genopets homepage, but while they're staking, they're being locked for some period of time, so you cannot withdraw them. So you may choose anywhere between 1 month and 2 years. This is the time they're locked, and during the time they're unwithdrawable no matter what you try to do. And the higher or the more time you pick for the locking period, the more staking rewards you will get. And the amount of rewards does change drastically over time if you check 1 month and 2 months. 2 years, sorry. The rewards would also be locked for a year, so that's some serious amount of time for obtaining a reward, but you can also use them immediately in-game as S-Gene, the synthetic token. So basically, you cannot use S-Gene, the one tokens as S-Gene that you've staked, but the reward which you're obtaining from the staking, you can transfer them directly in the game. You cannot withdraw them, trade them, or anything. You can just use them in-game to upgrade your stuff, and basically, yeah, I think you've got my point. So in general, our team has high expectations to Genopets. We do think that they're going to be able to make a good game, that we will have some quite awesome gains here, and that the project will turn out successful. But now let's head over to the next one. The next project is one where you can walk and compete in different games and competitions with other players. It's called Walk-In. Here you need to perform a mixture of physical activities, in-game character leveling, and competitions with other players in order to earn crypto. This project is also in a quite early stage right now, or it's in a closed beta testing phase, which means that at the moment some players are able to test it, but right now on this current date, it's practically impossible to get into the closed beta. However, the open beta test will launch at the end of May this year, of course, and everyone will be able to install and use the app. I think it will be about the 26th of May or 27th when we will be able to play the game in the open beta phase. In order to start earning in Walk-In, you will need a creature, the so-called cat lead or cat athlete. Although there are not only cats available from all the different animals in the game here, there are also bears. I think I saw some beavers and stuff like this, so there is a bunch of animals. The animals or the cat leads will be given out for every player for free, at least at the early phases of the open beta, so you can install the app right now when you're seeing this video, if it's the end of May or later, and get your free cat fleets into your wallet. Walk-In has two types of assets we can earn in the game. It's gems and the Walk-In tokens themselves. Gems are given out for steps, where each step gives you a portion of a gem, and 1,000 steps give you or are equal to one single gem. Gems are not a cryptocurrency, but simply an in-game asset to upgrade your cat fleet's level. However, Also, 1,000 gems can be exchanged for one walking token. This means that the steps are not giving us direct income, but rather a specific opportunity to upgrade our in-game character's level with the gems in order for him to earn more tokens in dedicated game mechanics, which are used to earn more cryptocurrency than just by walking. The vast amount of earnings will come from participating in various competitions against other players. So you will be given an opponent of approximately the same level as you in the competition, and the player whose cathlete has better characteristics and is more suitable for the type of minigame you've chosen wins the competition, and of course gets rewarded with walking tokens, which can be either converted into other cryptocurrency as a source of income, or they can also be spent on the character's closing or leveling or increasing its attributes for further matches to earn even more in the future. Also, in the later versions of the game, the tokens will be not only paid from the treasury, from the project, because the players themselves will be able to use their coins as a stake in the competition, and of course the person who wins the competition wins both coins, his own and the ones from the other person. And the animals, they can also be minted between each other, just like you can mint shoes and Stepn, in order to create new cathletes with getting a chance of higher attributes to use it for one of the 3 types of available competitions. So by minting, you can increase your amount of cathletes, and also you can try and getting a better cathlete just to win the minigames more often. The game has been in development since the end of last year, and there will soon be a token sale on Bybit, approximately in the early June, and that's quite good because it's a big exchange which can provide a lot of liquidity for the token. So right now, starting from the 26th of May this year, a couple of days, you can download and test the app in the open beta, master the mechanics, and understand how to level up and earn cryptocurrency by playing Walken, and basically be aware of all the important concepts and mechanics before more players and other players start joining. The team behind Walken has been creating Web 2 games, fitness applications, and other applications for the past 5 years, so they must have a lot of experience with different apps in Web 2. We will see how it will go in Web 3. As of right now, the app looks fantastic, and the project is backed by guilds like, for example, Snake Club and YGG, where the second one is one of the largest and most influential crypto gaming guilds with really high capital and a lot of players in the crypto space. Other partnerships include, for example, investors like Shima Capital, Morningstar Ventures, Huobi Ventures, and a couple of other venture capitalists. Walken has about 32,000 people on Discord and about 80,000 followers on Twitter. So of course there is some space for growth, but compared to Stepn did have about the same follower number or size during the open beta launch, which was in February this year. So the numbers are quite good here. And right now I'm testing the app myself. I'm leveling up my cathletes. I'm waiting for the open beta launch to buy even more NFTs. Right now I've got 2 cathletes, and basically to start earning already real crypto in the game. The next game with augmented reality and different puzzles is called DeFy, with the letter Y at the end. And here you will need to buy an NFT mask, which will make it possible for you to play the game, walk around the world in real life, and complete different tasks on your cell phone and earn crypto. The game works as follows. It maps the real world, which is divided into lots of areas, sectors, or polygons, each of which has a tower in the middle that you need to capture by solving a puzzle. After capturing the tower, you will get a wallet, a crypto wallet, of course, in-game crypto wallet, not a real one, which you will then need to play another mini game, something like 3 numbers in a row, to hack his password. And if you're successful, you will be rewarded in the game with tokens, which can be later exchanged for DeFi tokens that you can then sell as a form of income. As of right now, there is no real income in the game, since the game is only being launched in the closed beta. But you can already collect in the beta in-game coins right now, which can be later, upon the game's launch, official launch, converted into real crypto that you can then later sell or use to level up your in-game stuff. The devs are also planning on adding more functionality to the game, like augmented reality, which is yet not part of the game, but for example, as a part of this, there will be some flying drone attacks which will try to attack you, and you will need to find them off with an AMP gun, so there will be stuff like this added into the game later. With this game, I do have some concerns from my side, because the idea and concept are really interesting, but for me personally, it will be not so great of an experience to walk around the city constantly waving my phone's camera into other people's faces while I'm fighting with drones. And also the idea of a minigame, for some people it may be really interesting. For some people though, it may be a little bit too hard, and this would impact negatively the idea of a game for everyone, because it will limit the amount of users that will be actually playing the game, and of course the returns will be a little bit less, and of course because this impacts user adoption. If you're still interested in the game and you want to start playing, as I said before, you need a mask, an NFT mask. Currently it's on sale for OpenSea. It costs about $300 is the floor price, and so far myself, I have refrained from buying myself a mask. I've just told you why, but several people from our team Cryptos did already purchase the mask like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and are now saving up their tokens, or basically the currency that they're earning in the game right now. These ain't fully tokens at the moment, to later exchange them for the tokens once they're listed. And I'm also waiting for the announcements of their tokenomics, because there are lots of things that are not clear for me like yet right now, because we don't know how the tokens are going to be burned, so if the tokenomics are fine, and basically what is the actual use case of the cryptocurrency that they will pay us with. This is only my opinion. Of course, you might have a completely different one, but nevertheless, the pre-sale of the token of the DeFi game will be on the Polka Starter platform at the end of May, and it's a great launchpad that can significantly pump up the token's price, so this is also good news. In DeFi, there are about 26,000 people on Discord and 33,000 followers on Twitter, and looking at the backers, we see VCs like, for example, Animoca Brands, which are really great, and Spartan. And in general, I'm not saying that this project is bad or something, no, I just say I would like to see a little bit more information, just to make basically an educated guess, as you may say, in order to take the decision on aping into the project or not. But anyway, right now I'm on standby mode, so regarding DeFi, it's interesting for me, but right now not more than this. You may have a different opinion and already try it out if you want, because the opportunity is there. Alright, last but definitely not least is DuskBreakers. This is a project on its earliest stage from all of the above, and the founder and CEO of DuskBreakers is the co-founder of Twitch, and it's backed by top VCs like Andreessen Horowitz as the lead investor, Pantera Capital, and FTX Ventures, and some other ones. The team is creating a sci-fi, GameFi project and franchise, and they want to create a universe not talking about the metaverse, maybe as of right now, with its own storyline, characters, and lots of other interesting stuff. And right now there's not much information about the game of the play to earn mechanics themselves, but the announcements should be released, the early announcements should be released pretty soon. Regarding the storyline, the game is based approximately in the year 2100, where a giant alien spacecraft called the Dusk enters the Earth. Selected individuals between humans get the opportunity to enter the spacecraft and mine it for precious resources, where they encounter different aliens and monsters. And these characters are called DuskBreakers, and they have been released as NFTs, as an NFT collection of 10,000 unique characters, all with different traits, in the December of the last year. These NFTs will probably get their functionality once the game is fully released, which is planned for Q3 this year. Also, DuskBreakers will soon release their second NFT collection, where every holder of the Genesis NFT collections will get whitelisted for the future coming mint in the second collection. So basically something which Bored Ape Yacht Club did in the past, and this is really cool. The Genesis NFTs are being traded and can be bought on OpenSea for about 0.32 Ethereum or approximately $650. They all have different traits and rarity, and with the rarity tools checker I will leave for you in the description, you could check the rarity of an NFT before you purchase it, because the rarity as of right now doesn't make a huge difference, it only affects the price range, but maybe the rarity of an NFT or its traits will future impact your in-game characters. Looking at the founders, the team, the VCs, and the giant vocation list of high-end technical positions on the website, this project might be a potential gem, but the investment should be planned out for the next 3 to 6 months, because this is not something that will launch tomorrow, so this is a more long-term investment in a seemingly good project. Well, and to sum it up, I hope in this video you've learned about new potential gems in the NFT space and about ways of making passive income from the actions that you actually do every single day, like walking or playing games on your phone. And that's actually it for this video. I really hope it was informative and interesting for you and helpful, and I hope you really did take some value out of this. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next coming videos. Bye bye.